Jackie Gleason revealed nasty Golden Age visitors. Herbert Walton Gleason Jr. was born in Brooklyn on February 26, 1916. Gleason started small and struggled. Jackie's father departed when he was young, and his mother died in his teens. Early challenges prompted Gleason to mature quickly. They also shaped his resilience and humor. He entertained friends, neighbors, and anybody who would listen with comedy as a shield and a method to connect with others, showing his keen wit and natural charisma even as a child. By the late 1930s, Gleason was a theater and club master of ceremonies, gradually improving his timing and flair to stand out in the entertainment industry. His major break came when he entered television in its early days, precisely as America was falling in love with TV as a family staple. Jackie's tremendous energy, expressive features, and ability to become memorable characters made him stand out. The 1955 sitcom The Honeymooners may be Gleason's greatest television achievement. Gleason played Ralph Cramden, a bombastic but endearing Brooklyn bus driver whose goals always outweighed his salary. Gleason's picture of working-class life with Audrey Meadows as Alice, Art Carney as Ed Norton, and Joyce Randolph as Trixie is ageless. Laughter, frustration, and profound love. Although the show only aired 39 episodes, it shaped sitcoms for generations. American pop culture immortalized lines like "One of these days, Alice," "Bang," "Zoom," "Straight to the Moon," and Ralph Cramden remains a TV star. But Gleason was more than a TV star. His dexterity was remarkable. For years, he headlined The Jackie Gleason Show, a variety show with comic sketches, music, and his gigantic presence that drew millions of people each week. In addition to television, Gleason succeeded in film. In The Hustler, 1961, he played the slick and terrifying pool shark Minnesota Fats alongside Paul Newman, one of his most notable roles. The performance won praise and revealed his dramatic talent underneath his humorous genius. Jackie Gleason's love of music added another dimension to his profession. In the 1950s and 1960s, his easy-listening symphonic LPs were successful. His sumptuous arrangements and romantic moods on Music for Lovers only showed his ability to appeal not only via laughter, but also through heart and atmosphere. His CD sold millions, proving his multi-talented brilliance. Gleason was authentic despite his celebrity and fortune. He performed with an everyman vibe that resonated with Americans. His big personality, underlined by his tagline, "How sweet it is," showed a man who enjoyed entertaining and never shied away from the spotlight. However, many who knew him characterized him as boisterous and contemplative, who used his early life problems to inspire creativity. Jackie Gleason's entertainment impact is huge. He inspires many comedians, actors, and TV creators, and his work is remembered in repeats, tributes, and retrospectives. His ability to portray humor, empathy, and heart ensured his legacy would last. Jackie Gleason's marriages were as colorful as his famed television and entertainment career. He married Genevieve Halford in 1936, at the start of his show business career, and his first and longest marriage. At the time, Gleason was a struggling comic and actor seeking gigs in NYC nightclubs and theaters. Genevieve, a devout Catholic, initially refused to marry him due to his show business lifestyle and extensive drinking and womanizing, but she eventually accepted. Though tense and distant, their 34-year marriage was extraordinary. Geraldine and Linda, their daughters, were very private compared to their celebrity father. Genevieve, who wanted Jackie to leave the entertainment field and start a family, often fought with him about his career, late-night socializing, and lack of household discipline. After several separations, they divorced in 1970, long after Gleason became a TV star. Gleason's multifaceted nature and Genevieve's loyalty were shown in this first marriage. He was charming and charismatic yet tough to live with. Gleason married Beverly McKittrick in 1970, shortly after his divorce from Genevieve. Beverly, his secretary, was younger than Gleason and had known her for years. Biographers regard their brief relationship as a transitional period in Gleason's life rather than a loving relationship. The comedian's friends and associates said Jackie was restless. His condition was deteriorating. He was seeking stability after his drinking and smoking habits caught up to him. Unfortunately, his marriage to Beverly lacked equilibrium. They split in 1975 after 5 years together. Beverly is less well known than his first and third spouses, but her brief connection with Gleason showed the comedian's constant struggle to balance his personal life with his career. In 1975, Jackie Gleason married Marilyn Taylor for the third and final time. Marilyn was the sister of June Taylor, whose dancers participated on Gleason's shows. Marilyn understood show business constraints better than his previous marriages because her sister worked with Jackie in the entertainment industry. Their marriage was Gleason's most solid and fulfilling. Marilyn's comfort and friendship supported him during his later years, especially as his health declined. Friends and co-workers said she tamed the Great One and brought him serenity in his final chapter. Marilyn was Gleason's last wife and supported him during his most fragile years until his 1987 death. The iconic comedian and Honeymooners star Jackie Gleason never minced words. Whether in press, interviews, or private chats that became his larger-than-life legacy, Gleason met many stars during Hollywood's golden age, notably in the 1950s and 1960s, due to his powerful voice, sharp wit, and big personality. He saw the glamour, glitz, and smiles that dazzled millions of admirers on film, as well as the depravity and cruelty behind closed doors. Later in his career, Gleason shocked audiences and colleagues by admitting that certain Golden Age variety show guests, including his own, were evil. Gleason said not all actors and entertainers with charisma on TV or in public had the heart people expected. He surprised many by naming names, not just generalizations. He mentioned Orson Welles. Welles was lauded for Citizen Kane and his theatrical presence, but Gleason said, "Orson was smart, but don't let that deceive you. He could be harsh, manipulative, and selfish behind closed doors. Not only was he hard, he enjoyed making others miserable. I always said some folks brighten a room when they enter." It lit up after Orson left. Gleason's scathing statements contradicted the public's view of Welles as a misunderstood artist, instead showing him using his intelligence and charisma for evil. In his stunning memory, Gleason mentioned more than Orson Welles. Frank Sinatra, known as Old Blue Eyes, was another visitor Gleason invited. Millions of admirers admired him as one of the best singers ever. Gleason said Sinatra's pleasant, casual conversation on camera was far from the truth. Gleason said Frank had a mile-wide nasty streak. No doubt, he sang like no other. In the appropriate attitude, he was charming. Getting on his wrong side would get you killed without hesitation. I watched him belittle waiters and shout at stagehands. He wanted people to fear him more than love him. Gleason's statements were unimaginable to Sinatra admirers who only knew him as the suave crooner, but they also confirmed rumors about his supposed mobster's affiliations and explosive temper. What Gleason said about Joan Crawford, another Golden Age actress, was even more startling. Crawford was one of Hollywood's greatest actresses, known for her beauty, classic roles, and polished public image. However, Gleason criticized Crawford's dazzling image, calling her off-screen behavior alarming. He thought Joan was one of the coldest persons he met. She could put on her smile for the cameras. After the cameras stopped, it was only ice. She regarded others like props, beneath her. Don't know what's worse than that. Crawford's adopted daughter Christina's memoir Mommy Dearest, released decades later, supported Gleason's assessment and suggested his comments were more than angry words. Gleason saw these discoveries as more than unpleasant anecdotes. They warned against the public being duped by stardom's glamour. While fans at home regarded their favorite celebrities as gods and goddesses, Gleason saw enough of their genuine characteristics to know many lived double lives. He said people adore these people like saints, although sainthood wasn't present. Once the camera was off, the same folks who smiled in front of it would tear someone down. This is truly evil. Bad guys don't necessarily have horns. It sometimes wears a tuxedo and sings a love song or a gorgeous gown and gestures to the crowd. These rare and censored words highlighted Hollywood's golden age's darker side that few dared admit. Jackie Gleason's candor and refusal to sugarcoat allowed audiences a rare look behind the curtain, reminding them that not all that glitters is gold in entertainment. Jackie Gleason's swan song on movie was 1980 SIX's Nothing in Common, a touching comedic drama with rising star Tom Hanks. Gleason played an ill, sharp-tongued, and emotionally complex father, an infirm, caustic, and even Archie Bunker-like figure forced into an unsettling, yet sympathetic reconciliation with his estranged son. Gleason's intricate characterization of the character, with caustic humor and subtle sensitivity, was immediately apparent to critics. Audiences didn't know that this extraordinary performance was made possible by painful personal hardships. Hidden from the camera, Gleason battled serious health issues. He had colon cancer that had progressed to his liver when filming began. He also had diabetes and excruciating phlebitis. Gleason hid these medical issues like a showman. He looked fatigued on set, yet his drive and professionalism hid his illness. The iconic entertainer declined to confirm or debate rumors that he was very ill, preferring to let his work speak louder than his pain. The poignancy of Nothing in Common has grown as viewers realized that Gleason was playing a role that reflected his own existence. An old guy struggling with mortality, weakness, and family issues. Rumors were confirmed less than a year after the film's premiere. Jackie Gleason, 71, died at home in Florida on June 24, 1987. His death ended a career in television, cinema, and music, leaving a legacy of hilarity, pathos, and immortal performances.